very beautiful mask today. Like, he looked stunning. After the mask, a lot of us were talking and saying he looked like a supermodel when the doors opened up. For those that don't know, Alexei planned everything. We were talking at the rehearsal dinner last night, and John's his philosophy for the wedding planning is it'll get done eventually. So, all credit goes to Alexei because that church and that mass were just beautiful, and tonight's beautiful. So I hope you're able to enjoy it. John, I just feel very, very deeply blessed to have met you and to be friends with you and to have known you for these 6 years. For those that don't know, John and I were teammates at McKaveney College. We played football there together. We were roommates for a year, and we were also neighbors in our dorm for a different year. And we've had close, almost daily contact with each other since graduation. And so what's really special for me in giving this type of speech is that I've actually known John and Alexei since the very beginning of their relationship. And I very clearly remember when John told me that he met this cool, cute girl in his sophomore science class. And I vividly remember their first date. That day, John and I were in our room, and he was going through some of the normal pre-first date jitters and butterflies, and we were talking through it. And he was trying on different outfits and asking me if he looked fat. He did. But he was ready, and he was excited for some fun that night. And he left, and a couple of hours went by, and I was excited to hear what happened when he came back. And sure enough, a couple of hours later, I got a knock on the door, and John walked in and asked him how it went. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "Sean, I blew it. I totally blew it." I said, "Oh no, what happened?" And he said, "It was going great. We went to dinner, and we were talking and laughing and having fun together, and afterwards, we went and got ice cream. And we were eating our ice cream, and we were walking back to our dorm, and I dropped mine on her." And I said, "Oh no, what'd you do? What'd you say?" And John goes, I said, "Oh no, my ice cream." Funny and unsurprising as that story is, I think one reason it's partially memorable to me is because it's an example of a time when John actually put his own concerns first and didn't prioritize the needs of those around him. Maybe more than anyone I've ever met, and one of the reasons I really look up to John is because he really is an authentically selfless person, and he's someone who always puts those around him and the people he cares about first. And that's a hard thing to do, or a hard thing to give a speech about, because it's a lot of subtle moments throughout the course of the day when someone's being selfless. But I think it shows when John calls you, which I'm sure he's called almost everyone here, and had one-on-one conversations with you. And John calls me on his way home from work a couple of times a week sometimes, and he'll just ask how I'm doing, and he'll remember what I did the day before and what's coming up in my next week. And it's just very rare, I feel like, to have someone so genuinely in your corner without any ulterior motives, or trying to get something out of it, networking type of thing. He's just very, very selfless. And Alexei, I think the first thing that stood out to me about her was she was just incredibly intelligent. Is it working? Just very, very incredibly intelligent. It comes off, right when you meet her. And that's something John really needs in his life. He's got his dad beat, so, he's making progress. But, seriously, they complement each other so well, and, it was great going to Paramount with you guys and staying friends with you in all those years. I'd like to finish by sharing a conversation I had with John a couple months ago on one of these car ride homes where he called me. And we were talking about the wedding, and somehow we kind of evolved into a different conversation about why you get married. And we talked about a lot of the cliche but true things about caring for each other and wanting to start a family and taking the next step in your lives together. But I kind of left the conversation feeling like we didn't hit the nail on the head, and maybe had a little bit of an incomplete answer. And after thinking about it a little bit more, I think the reason that you get married is because you want to commit your life to helping your partner get closer to God and eventually to heaven, which is what Mike talked about in his reflection today. But those are kind of big things, like who is God and what is heaven? But really, as cliche as this will sound, like God is love. And it's that feeling when you two look at each other and you're with each other and you're laughing together and you just love each other. You're feeling God literally in those moments, and that's easy to latch onto, I think. And heaven is spending eternity with God, and if God is love, then heaven is spending eternity in love, which is the goal of a marriage. And so I'd like to propose a very simple toast, if we could raise a glass. That you two always love each other, and that you remember that God is love. Cheers. Cheers.